Hey, good afternoon. Well, it's not afternoon yet, it's evening right now. So, I want to say thank you for being a part of another episode of King's Corner. I'm your host, Latif, coming to you straight from the state of Florida. Right now, it's probably a little cold outside, so not too many people are outside hanging out or whatever, but it's all good. It's nice and warm and toasty in here, so I'm good to go. Right? I want to thank you all for being a part of this episode. If you're listening to King's Corner, again, I'm your host, Latif Muhammad. Today, before I get into this new podcast, I want to just share with you the fact that um, I've been a part of this business that you see here on in the background for a little over 2 years now, and I want to say it's been the best thing that I can possibly think about being a part of. Um, and so, hold on a second. I'm going to go live real quick. Got to put this on pause really quickly so I can just go live and just talk to some people. So I'm back on, guys. So I don't know who's going to be listening and everything like that. It's all good. I'm not really doing this to get any points or anything like that, but I just wanted to share some information. Oftentimes we don't share what we do, and so I want to just share with you some information that I that I'm a part of, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody who's listening, everybody who's a part of, my circle, knows what I'm doing, if that even makes sense. But nevertheless, I want to be totally transparent. So the last time I was on live, I was kind of transparent to let you know that I've been through some obstacles and things like that, and so I had a few eye surgeries, and you know, um, by God's grace and by His permission, hopefully I'll make a full recovery. So I'm claiming that, if you will, by Allah's permission. So, but nevertheless, I want to get right into this particular podcast that I'm talking to you about today. Now, first off, I want to say I've been a part of the business Legal Shield for about 2 years now as a associate. I've been with the company. I've been a member since 2016. So I really enjoy some of the benefits that it has. It's so much that you can do with this particular company that it's almost endless, right? So you're able to make, you know, uh, good associates, good friends. You get the impeccable uh, 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 business development, and it's ongoing. You have wonderful leaders in the business to talk about, what you can do better and how you can do it better. So it's just so much that you can learn from being a part of a business that's been around for about 52 years, right? So every time that I come on a podcast, you're going to see this background for ID Shield and prepaid legal services, because it's something that I'm a part of, and I enjoy the benefits that it has, the leadership that's part of this business, and money is important. Don't get me wrong, but when you make connections and powerful connections across the business, it's better than money. It's better than finances. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get right into it again. So, thank you for listening to my little introduction. Again, welcome to another episode of King's Corner, the podcast where we empower Black men and women through knowledge, entrepreneurship, and actionable tools for success. I'm your host, and today we're talking about a concept that's both timeless and deeply personal: friendships. So the topic is friends. How many of us has them? Friends. Yep. That was the classic hip hop song back in the day by Houdini. But let's check this out though. How many of us really have, friends that we can call on? You know, and it's this particular podcast is inspired by a brother by the name of Nuri Muhammad and the book Mathematics of the Mind. And so we're exploring the section titled Friends and how many of us have them. It's a powerful look of how people, we surround ourselves with influence our lives and how that relates to achieving greatness in business and in life. If you're ready to like rethink your circle and just like level up, this episode is definitely for you. So, what is the role of friendships um, and success? Let me just put that down there real quick so you guys can resonate with you uh, really quickly. So um, yeah, the role of friends and success. So let's talk about that for a second. In Brother Nuri's book, he talks about the importance of friendships, and let me tell you, it hit home. So I really don't have too many people I can call my friends, right? I have four. Shout out to my man Eric. Shout out to my man Brian. Shout out to my man Kasim, and shout out to my man Colin. All of these folks that I'm just mentioning, I grew up with them, right? We went to high school together and we hung out and did good stuff, bad stuff, whatever it may be. But today in 2025, we are still friends. So not many people can say that. So I'm blessed to have four good people that I can actually call friends, and we stay in communication with one another, especially my boy Kasim. So we talk just about every day, if that's if that's crazy, but it happens. So friends aren't just people that we hang out with, right? So they are our mirrors, right? Reflecting our ambitions, our fears, and sometimes even our intentions. So for Black men and women, the truth is even more critical. Why? Because we're already navigating challenges that demand resilience, focus, and community. So the right friendships can empower us to kind of like overcome those obstacles while the wrong ones can hold us back. So ask yourself this question. Are the people in your life challenging you to grow? Or are they silently pulling you back and away from your goals? As Brother Nuri puts it, friendships are not just about comfort, they're about evaluation. So you have a lot of so-called friends who, may want to just, pull you down for various reasons. They're not obviously, they're not really your friends. And so I was taught we need to have friendships in all walks of life. And so in having friendships in all walks of life, you want to have friendships that pull you up and build you up and make you, kind of go for your goals and go for your dreams and aspirations, right? So we want these kinds of things to happen to us versus on the opposite side of having negative friends. So we have these negative friends and, they just want to pull us down. I remember back in the day, um, my boys and I, we used to go ahead and just do some negative stuff. And it's easy to be influenced when you're a young person, right? And we didn't know at that time that, you know, uh, uh, those kind of relationships can bring us down or pull us down. But as we get older and as we mature, we realize that some of the friends that we had, some of them were for our benefit and some of them not so much. So, that's how, you mature in the game of life. So, um, relating, how does this relate to business and, of course, Legal Shield, right? Which is the business that I'm in right now. So, how does that relate? And as I get into how that relates, uh, you know, like I said before, I've been involved in Legal Shield for about 2 years now. And so I've learned that your network, your friends, can be your greatest asset in business. I want to just share, a few ways that this all works out, right? Um, so you can trust leads to referrals. What does that mean? When your friends can trust you and we value what you're offering, they will refer others to you. With Legal Shield, it's just not about signing someone up. It's about giving them a peace of mind, protecting their families and their rights. Okay. Let's go into education and empowerment. Here's where it gets powerful. Okay. When I talk about my friends about the importance of legal protection, I'm not just pitching a product, I'm equipping them with knowledge. So I begin to tell them, listen, these are the benefits of having this membership, right? So you get the ability to call your lawyer at any point in time with any legal matter. If you have a business, you're able to talk to them about, how you want to set up, if you want to do an LLC, how you want to prepare a 501c3. Or I have a situation where a guy, he was really, really in a tight situation. He didn't have his license. He's not documented here in the United States. And so he began to do some freestyling. And so by freestyling, I mean, went out drinking a little bit and he got pulled over by the police. Come to find out, the man didn't have any license or anything like that to drive. He wasn't legal to drive. He's not documented, and he was drinking. Okay. So he reached out to me and I called him and he called me and I said, listen, this is what you got to do. Now I'm sharing this bit of information because it's really important that you understand if you get caught in a situation, sometimes you may have to pay money for a lawyer. But that's a whole different story. That's a whole different type of conversations. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes your friends become your business partners as well, or collaborators. But I'm moving too far ahead. We are equipping them with knowledge, and when they share the knowledge with others, we're building a network of empowered, protected individuals in our own community. Okay. So now we're going to get into what's called a shared vision, right? And so with the shared vision, your friends sometimes become your best partners or collaborators. So if they're collaborating with you, they're working with you, they see your vision, they align it, and together you build something extraordinary. That's the beauty of intentional or being intentional about your circle. Now, let's get into the ripple effect in our community. So, this is a little deeper. In our community, friendships are more than personal for some of us. It's the foundation for collective growth. Think about it. You introduce Legal Shield to your friend, and they feel secure knowing they have access to affordable legal services. They're likely to tell someone else. It's a ripple effect. Suddenly, you're just running a business. You're not just running a business, you're creating a movement of empowerment and justice. And that's what we need more of today, lifting each other up and building legacies that extend beyond ourselves. Okay. So, the last part of what I'm going to do or say to you is there's a challenge of the day. So, here's a challenge to you. Take a moment to audit your circle. Are your friends pushing you toward greatness or are they holding you back? As you see yourself do this, you are being the kind of friend who inspires and uplift others. And for my Legal Shield friends, how can you use your business to empower the people around you? Well, share what you know, share your stories. Right. I was just sharing some information with you about a person who got into a legal situation. Nobody's exempt, right? Somewhere down the line, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you may need an attorney, right? So, share what you know and offer solutions. Be the friend that helps when others, you know, when others rise. Help people. That's what the business is about. You're helping people. I want to just say before I leave, for this particular episode of podcast, I want to thank you for tuning in today. And if you found value in today's episode, please share with a friend who needs to hear this. And if you want to learn more about Legal Shield, please reach out. Thank you.